The legacy translation management systems that defined our workflows for 2 decades are finally buckling under the velocity of modern enterprise data. But massive operational leaps are hitting the market simultaneously. RWS has just dropped their April 2026 release of Trados Enterprise, introducing game-changing concurrent workflow editing. Meanwhile, the push toward fully autonomous AI agents is being heavily validated by Hugging Face's AutoBench Agentic and revolutionized by Blackbird's Blacklake, a data lakehouse abandoning outdated fuzzy logic for deeply contextual, semantic intelligence. The era of the slow, sequential relay race is officially over. Tune in, skill up, and stay ahead with locanuku.com, localization news you can use. Which begs the question, how do we actually manage these massive influxes of complex data? The legacy tools we've used for 20 years are buckling. The administrative overhead of legacy systems cannot handle modern data velocity. RWS knows this, which is why they just dropped their Trados Enterprise April 2026 release, featuring concurrent workflow editing. It finally allows multiple linguists to work inside the exact same manual task simultaneously. For anyone who has managed a massive enterprise localization project, this is the holy grail. Traditional translation memory systems, software designed to store and retrieve previously translated phrases, operate on a rigid, sequential lock and key architecture. If linguist A checks out the file, linguist B cannot touch it. For decades, our industry has operated like a very slow relay race. A project manager manually slices a massive 100,000-word urgent technical manual into 10 disconnected pieces, assigns them to 10 translators, waits for everyone to finish their isolated sprint, and painstakingly merges the files back together, just praying the XML tags didn't break. And terminology consistency in that fractured scenario is a complete nightmare. Concurrent workflow editing changes the paradigm from a sequential relay race to a real-time rugby scrum. The entire team of linguists hits the file at the exact same time, like moving from a single clipboard to a live Google Doc. It is a massive operational leap forward that directly attacks turnaround time. But reducing human turnaround time is just step one. Step two is handing the orchestration keys over to the machines entirely. Hugging Face just released a new benchmark called AutoBench Agentic to test and score autonomous AI agents in dynamic, multi-step environments. We need to clearly define agentic workflows because the industry throws the term AI around way too casually. A traditional AI interaction is static and reactive. You give it a paragraph, it translates it. An agentic workflow is fundamentally proactive. Think of traditional AI like an airplane's autopilot. It keeps the plane flying straight, but if there's a storm ahead, it will fly right into it unless a pilot intervenes. An agentic AI is like an automated air traffic control system. It autonomously evaluates weather patterns, routes multiple planes to avoid collisions, and orchestrates the entire flow of traffic without a human ever prompting it. An AI agent in localization receives a massive raw file dump, evaluates source quality, autonomously decides the optimal routing workflow, dispatches it to a specific engine, evaluates the output quality, and decides if it needs a second pass, all without human intervention. But you cannot sell an enterprise buyer on a fully autonomous workflow without mathematical proof that the agent is stable. You need to know it won't hallucinate instructions or misroute confidential files. AutoBench Agentic provides that standardized, rigorous evaluation framework to validate reliability. For an AI agent to make smart autonomous decisions, it needs memory. It needs to look back at historical data and make contextually intelligent choices. That brings us to what Blackbird is doing with their new data lakehouse called Blacklake, which Nimdzi Insights just recognized as their tech of the week. They are using a feature called strategies to govern how AI reuses linguistic data, completely abandoning the legacy fuzzy match system. For 30 years, localization relied on fuzzy logic, where a system asks a simple static question, is there a text match in the database? If a new sentence is an 85% textual match to something translated 5 years ago, the system retrieves it and pays the translator less to review it. But fuzzy logic has absolutely zero understanding of semantic context. Imagine a sentence translated 5 years ago for a casual social media tweet. The AI finds a 100% text match for that exact sentence inside a highly regulated, legally binding warranty disclaimer. Reusing that casual tone in a legal document could be an absolute disaster. The words are the same, but the legal weight is entirely different. Blacklake strategy shifts the core question from "is there a text match?" to "is this the appropriate context for this specific workflow?" It actively balances the trade-offs between speed, cost, and risk before it ever suggests a reuse. It transitions linguistic memory from a dumb filing cabinet into an intelligent decision engine. The transition from static AI to proactive agentic workflows is happening right now. Make sure you understand the mechanics by diving deeper at localiq.com.